everyone, I'm Vivi, and today I'm going to be talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Okay, to start with, Gen 9 is here, woo! Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit worried about this game. Because, the open world looks amazing, and the wild Pokemon running about from, taken from Legends Arceus is amazing. In fact, a lot of the Pokemon in this game are from Legends Arceus, I noticed. And also, Meowth's not getting a new regional variant, again, because it didn't get a Hisuian form, and it clearly isn't getting one here. I mean, I don't know if there'll be regional variants in this game, but I imagine so. They've been in every single Pokemon game since Sun and Moon. But yeah, I am worried about this game because, I don't know, there's just something about it that doesn't feel like a main series game to me. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way the protagonists look, because, I'm sorry, I have to say it, these are the worst protagonists in the whole series, design-wise. Like, what the heck, Game Freak? You have so many interesting looking protagonists, and they all look completely different from each other. Like, look at Callum and Serena. They look nothing alike. So, what the heck, Game Freak? I'm fine with them looking similar, because just look at Dawn and Lucas. They look pretty similar, but they look really different as well. Like, they look different enough where, like, they feel like their own people. So, why did you stop with Generation 9, Game Freak? What the heck? Also, there are a lot of things I love about the game, like the textures on the Pokemon's skin. Like, oh my god. Just look at Viper and Magnemite. They look amazing. Like, I really love that so much. So, this is definitely going to be a great game graphically. And, it's also going to be an open world game, so that's really cool as well. I also really like the trailer as well. The fact that it took place in what I assume is Game Freak's office was actually a really good idea. I really love that a lot. Like, so great work on the trailer, Game Freak. I'm actually quite glad that this game is actually developed by Game Freak because it looks more like the studio that made Pokemon Snap. I don't think that was Game Freak. Or even the studio that made Detective Pikachu, which a lot of people thought this was Detective Pikachu too because of the way it began. And I definitely see that, but I thought it looked more like Pokemon Snap at first. But still, at least this is a real game by Game Freak. Also, we kind of knew this already because let's face it, but Pokemon Home will be compatible with this game and we'll be able to send Hisuian forms to it. Because there's a Hisuian Zorwork in one of the screenshots, which I think is amazing, so great job on that, Game Freak. I wonder if Megas will be in it, though. That would be interesting. I don't know if they'll ever return, though. I'm not going to say they're definitely going to return, because, honestly, it's kind of annoying when people say that they're 100% going to return. You don't know that. And also, I'll just say it, this game doesn't have a national dex either. I think we all saw that coming, because, you know, no Pokemon game on the Switch just had all the Pokemon, so I kind of expected it. I'm sure a few of you are disappointed, maybe some of you are too disappointed, but I didn't really care that much, to be honest. It feels better not having to catch all the Pokemon, you know? I think that's really good. And plus, the National Dex wasn't in Sun and Moon. Like, sure, you could get all the Pokemon at a time in the game, but technically the National Dex wasn't there, so you people that keep saying bring back the National Dex are 2 generations late. I almost said 3. And one thing I also thought about this game is if it's going to be the last generation on the Switch. Because there are usually 2 generations on each console, except for Generation 3, where that was the only one. Because with Generation 1 and 2, they were on the Game Boy, Generation 4 and 5 were on the DS, Generation 6 and 7 were on the 3DS, and we've had Generation 8 on the Switch, so since this is Generation 9, technically it would make sense for it to be the last one on the Switch. I kind of wish it wouldn't be, but I get they have to move on to the next console because, you know, it's kind of Nintendo's fault, really. But we don't know what the next console after the Switch will be, so who knows? Also, I've heard a lot of people say that it's way too soon for Generation 9 to be announced, but it isn't really. It just feels too soon because we've had a lot of games this year. But no, it's been 3 years since Sword and Shield were announced, and they announce a new generation every 3 years, because Sword and Shield was announced 3 years after Sun and Moon, and Sun and Moon was announced 3 years after X and Y, and, you know, so on. So it's actually the right amount of time. It just feels too soon because we had Legends Arceus this year as well. Which was kind of an extra game, so that I think it's fine. I kind of thought, I wasn't expecting this to be announced, like, yesterday as the time I'm recording this, but I don't know, I don't really see a problem with it. Okay, I know you've been wanting me to talk about them, but I've been waiting for the end of the video, so I'm going to talk about starters. I don't know how to feel about them. The only one's name that I actually remember is Quaxley. That name is amazing, and I love this little duck so much. I know that the cat has, is like Sprigatio or something. This region takes place in Spain, by the way, in case you didn't know. And then, I'm pretty sure the crocodile's called Fuecoco. I think it's something like that. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about them. And also, the fire starter, I'm sorry, is the worst starter now. I don't care what anyone says. This thing is horrible. And it ruined the Chinese zodiac theme. In case you didn't know, all the fire starters until now were based on animals from the Chinese zodiac. And I guess there's still a small possibility that this could be more serpent-like to represent the snake, because we don't know what it's going to evolve into. But it's based on a crocodile, so I'm not really sure. But I guess we'll find out. Although, I'm definitely picking Quaxley. I always pick the water starters. And please, Game Freak, don't let the cat stand on two legs when it evolves. Please, give us a one bipedal starter. I mean, we have a few bipedal starters, but you know what? It's usually the grass type that usually stand on all fours when you think about it. Because Venusaur is on all fours, and Meganium's on all fours, Torterra's on all fours. Do we have any other grass starters on all fours? I don't think so, but most of the time, the grass starters that stay on all fours, like in their previous forms, continue that in their evolution. So, maybe it will. We'll have to wait and see. Now, so one last thing I just want to mention. I don't really like the names that much. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sure they'll grow on me, but it's just like... they're the first Pokemon game named after colors since Pokemon Black and White. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, but what I do like is that Pokemon Scarlet was the name of a game, like, you know, years ago that was never made. So they're reusing it, which I really love. No one's talked about that, by the way. So that's cool, but I don't really know how I feel about the names that much. And Violet's kind of the first Pokemon game not to be, like, blue, I guess. Because, like, because there's always a red version and a blue version, like, even with, like, Black and White, you know, because Reshiram's a fire type, and it's got red fire, and then Zekroms kind of got blue electricity, so even then, but yeah, this is the first Pokemon game not to be blue, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm sure the names will grow on me, and the logos suck. I really hope that they grow on me. But yeah, I'm not a fan of them that yet. Well, that was all my thoughts on Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, or as I want to call them, Pokemon Skivvy. I'm sure I'll love these games. I'm sure they'll be amazing, but I think Generation 9 is going to be the weirdest generation, in my opinion. Because, like, I don't know, the protagonists kind of make me worried. Like, I'm really worried that they didn't actually put that much effort into this game. Like, they put effort into the game, don't get me wrong, because, like, it's open world, but you know what I mean. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end this video here. Please like and subscribe. And remember, if you're going to be nice to say about these games, well, that's your opinion. And I'm BB, and I'll see you next time. Bye!